everybody. Hi, this is Lily here. Good evening, everyone. I hope you already have your dinner. Yeah. Now, I think all of us are already into 2022, and now, given that the market we've known has been dropping from the start of 2022, and now especially with the Ukraine and Russia war ongoing at this point in time, are we in the bear market already? Hi, this is Lily, and I'm a Kashikoi trader. And by Kashikoi in Japanese language, it means twice. Yeah, and I've been trading basically in options, stock options, and even crypto. And I really hope that as I continue to trade, I'll get wiser as the years goes, right? Okay, and I was one of the speaker in the World of Wealth conference, and I shared the same stage with Matt Smith as well as Rudy Lim. Matt Smith was is actually with Good Soil Management, and Rudy Lim is actually the CEO of OIO Holdings, a Singapore listed blockchain company. Okay, and I was also a speaker at the WTH conference, and one of the speakers as well in the Binance Counterparty, and most recently at Co-Create conference where I shared the same stage alongside with Mary Buffett. She is the ex-daughter-in-law of Warren Buffett, who is also known as the Oracle of Omaha, and Sean Seah. Okay, before I continue, this is a disclaimer. And basically what it's trying to say is that the information that I'm going to share in this FB Live is intended for general information only and is not to be interpreted as a professional investment advice. And if you want to take any of the information, to invest whatsoever, always do your own due diligence before making any investment decision. So at this point, if you're from Singapore, maybe you can give me a heart, okay? Click on the heart button, or if you are from Malaysia, maybe you can click on a like button, or if you're from any part of the world, any button will be fine. Yeah. So this is an SPY chart, and you can see from the very beginning, okay, of this year, it at the top, it has been coming down. This is SPY 500, and similarly, okay, let's move on to this QQQ. It is also a ETF, and if you look at the chart, it is very similar. From the high, it has been dropping down, and the Russia-Ukraine war is not making it any better. If you see, originally it was like going up, but then it came down again. Yeah. The next we have is the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, and again, it's very similar. It went at top here and start dropping and dropping and dropping. Okay, so will the market continue to move down? Let's check a bit further down, right? You see, our oil prices basically is already above $100. And if the war drags on, I think the oil prices is likely to continue to stay high. And Russia is the third biggest oil producer after US and Saudi Arabia. And with Russia, going to war, and a lot of countries sanctioning them, yeah. So what do you think they would react? Probably they would even, stop exporting oil, right? And Fed is expected to increase the interest rate. So with interest rate being increased, inflation is likely to increase even further as it has already is quite high now, right? So if you look at this infographic of the countries where they import oil from, okay, basically you look at the circle here, Singapore. Singapore is about less than 5%, and Malaysia here is about 5%, and the rest of the country of the world, right? So let's look at Singapore. If we import that amount of oil with oil being affected from Russia, means we probably have to look at alternate sources of oil. So the thing is that it will definitely down the road impact our prices as well, therefore the inflation. So what does a bear market look like? Okay, basically it says here, a bear market is often associated with declines in an overall market or index like the S&P 500, which we saw earlier. But individual securities or commodities can also be considered to be in a bear market if they experience a decline of 20% or more over a sustained period of time, typically 2 months or more. Now, over here it says not just 20%, but investor confidence is low. So I think at this point, with the market coming down with the war, I think a lot of us are a bit, losing confidence in the market, especially retail investors. So will we be entering the bear market really soon? Now let's look at the index again. Just now I mentioned, right? It was a high. So if you look at the high here, this is the high, and it was 16,769. And last night it dropped to its low of around 13 over, okay, 13 over K. And that is a drop of around 20, sorry, here it's actually 23%. I forgot to change here. Yeah, 23%. So if you look at the definition earlier that, the bear market is when the drop is from the high, a drop to a low of more than 20%. So now over here, it is around 23%. So it looks like at least the Nasdaq 100 is into the bear market. Now, how about the SPY index, right? Where it is the top 500 companies. The high is actually 4,821. Last night it dropped down to a low of around 4,200. So the drop is around 14%. So 14% is actually still above 20%, right? In terms of drop, is still not 20%. So this has actually not gone into the bear market yet. So the question is, will SPX or the market follows the Nasdaq 100? Let's look at the component in Nasdaq 100, the companies that is make up of the 100, okay, the Nasdaq. If you look at the top 10, it's Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, etc., right? Tesla, Alphabet, this and that. Okay, and you look at the S&P 500, the top 10. Yep, look at here, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet Class C. This is a Class C here. Yeah, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, Nvidia, United, and Meta. So if you look at it, they are basically very much the same set of companies, except for Berkshire Hathaway and United Health Group. So we know that just now Nasdaq 100 is already into the bear market. Okay, it has already come down to the bear market. How about S&P 500? Will Berkshire Hathaway and this prop the stock up? Let's look at this chart, right? This Nasdaq 100, these 10 companies actually takes up more than 50% of the pie, this whole pie, right? So the impact is very great. Where else for here, the 10 top companies takes up around 30%. So my question is, will Berkshire Hathaway, because all these 10 already bring down the Nasdaq 100. So will Berkshire Hathaway and United Health, as well as the rest of the 490 companies, are they able to prop this index up such that the price will not drop below 20% from its high? Well, we just really have to wait and see how the market pans out later. So my take in conclusion, I may be wrong because it's just my personal view and my take, is that it looks like the war is going to be prolonged. So for how long, we do not know. And if it happens, stock prices will continue to likely fall as inflation increase. Yeah, and people lose confidence, and people may not want to, put the money in the. I think they will probably put their money into commodities like gold, this and that, or maybe park into the oil. Yeah, right, because oil is more expensive. And if you are a value investor, it is the best time, or rather a good time for you to dollar cost average by acquiring progressively value stock that, as they could be undervalued at this point. So like what Warren Buffett said, only buy something that you'll be perfectly happy to hold if the market shuts down for 10 years. So buy value stock, if you are a value investors, you know, and this is a good time to dollar cost average by doing it. So if you have if like what I've shared so far, please click on the like button or the heart button. And I have something for you actually, for you, those who have stayed until now to listen to what I've shared. Okay, basically this is an ebook, Gone Fishing with Buffett by Sean Xia. Okay, you can actually scan, for free download of this book, or else you can click on the link which I will share later on in the comments uh, chat box later on. So I really hope you have really enjoyed my sharing, and invest wisely, stay safe, and take care. And I'll see you in the next FB Live. Bye. Thank you. Bye.